Hi, everyone. Welcome to Savvy Self Publishing, where your story matters. So, today I want to walk you through how to upload your book to Kindle Create. And by the way, if you wanted to see this and aren't able to watch it live, it will be on late. It will stay on so you can watch it later. So, what I'm going to do, let me share my screen here. I'm going to share Kindle Create. And by the way, if you go to the description in this video, you will see that there is a link. You can go to that link and download, hello, whoever's there. You can download the video, or sorry, you can download the program for free. So go ahead and do that if you want. So, okay, I'm going to share my Kindle Create screen. So once you get your program downloaded, this is what it will look like. And say you have a manuscript that you want to upload to the program. So you go over here on the right hand side and see where it says choose. So you hit, choose. Nope, sorry, wrong. Oh, and now I unshared. All right, let me try it again. Window, Kindle Create. There might be a few little glitches as I walk through this because I've never done a live before. So anyway, I'm sharing my screen again. Okay, so I was wrong. You don't choose. Ignore what I said before. You create new. See right up here at the top right hand, you create new. And is this not going to work for me? Oh, you hit create new and then you hit choose. That's right. It's been a while. And for an ebook, a basic ebook, you'll want to hit, see on the left-hand side, it gives you options for the types of books you can create with Kindle Create. There's one here that says reflowable. So that's what we want. So we're going to go up there and hit reflowable. And then down here on the bottom right, we're going to hit continue. And book title, I am going to do stop settling when it comes to love because, tomorrow's Valentine's. Stop settling when it comes to love. And this book is already on Amazon, obviously, but I'm just doing this to pretend it, just say it wasn't. But anyway, so that's the book title, author name. You don't actually have to put this in, it's optional, like it says, but I'll do that just, to cover all the bases. So, and my publishing, Jenny Alexander Publishing. I should have done something a little more creative, but that's all right. So now you go down here to the right and hit choose file, and then you get your file. Let me see, print. And I'm just talking a little bit to myself. Here it is, paperback. So I upload that book. It's importing and converting my documents. By the way, I'm going to keep a lookout for comments. And if I see any, although I think Kindle Create screen is blocking them. If you have a comment as I go through this, a question or something, and I don't get to it, I will afterwards. Or if you're watching later and you have a comment, just I will answer that later too. So it's still importing and converting my document. And I'll try to go a little on the slow side so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, we can just twiddle our thumbs here while we wait for the importing and converting to be complete. Here we go. All right, it's successful. Import successful, so we hit continue, and then down here we hit get started. Okay, this is gonna look a mess, but don't you worry, we're gonna fix it all up here. So what it's done over here on the left-hand side, you can see has basically tried to guess what all of your different sections are in your book, and you can accept it and tweak it as we go. So why don't we just accept, select it, and we'll tweak it as we go. So what I recommend first, I just want to make sure I'm still live. I am. And okay. So what I do first, if you already know Kindle Create, you may do something else first. That's fine. But so what I'm going to do first, see up here on the left-hand side, I'm sometimes directionally challenged, but front matter, the front matter, we're going to hit that little X here, and we're going to choose, the title page. You don't, anyway, I'll go through. So slow down. Okay, I'm talking to myself. Okay, we're going to go and put the title in, stop settling when it comes to love. And then you put the subtitle, Wise Dating Practices for Women. It's by me and Denny Alexander Publishing. And if you have a publishing logo, which I kind of do, but I haven't included it on any of my books, so we're just going to leave that. So you would just fill this in for your book as is, and we create the page. So see, that looks nice, right? And then, okay, I'm going to try to go a little slower here. See over here under the body, it says stop settle. Like that's the cover page that it came up with automatically. We're going to select this over here and delete it because we already have it up there. Okay. And this is the copyright page, but it doesn't look very nice. So we're going to, again, go to the front matter up there. And I might be talking too fast. And if so, I apologize. I'll try to slow down a bit. But okay, front matter. So we go up here and we choose copyright owner. That would be yourself, or in this case, me. Year of publication. Well, let's just say 2026. That's not actually when this was published. And then it gives you an example of the copyright information here. So I'm just going to create the page for now. This isn't right for my book. What I have here, I've gone back to what was already there, and see, this is what I have. And for some reason, anyway, so I'm just going to copy and paste all of this, and you can do the same with yours. And then I'm going to go back over to the copyright up here. I really hope you can see this fine and it's working well. And see where it says rights here. So I select it all. I'm going to delete that and then enter what I had. So, and it's looking yucky, so I'll fix it. Cover design, get covers created, that for me. My husband did the back cover photo, so I acknowledge him. ISBN. And I don't know. You don't necessarily have to. We can just get rid of the hardback for now. So anyway. There's some Bible verses in here. And then, okay, all rights reserved, worldwide. And then, so I just basically formatted it. And let's just actually it was in 2022, and then I updated it in 2024. So we're updating that page, and see, and you know what? If you don't like the way that looks, you can actually keep this as it is. That's fine too. But because I did it in the front matter section, I'm going to delete this because I don't need it twice. All right. Now, what else do we need? There's a dedication. So front matter, you can see all the different types of front matter up here, and you're not going to necessarily use them all, but we're going to get the dedication, and I forget place. I'm just going to put test for now. I'm going to create the page. I still think I'm going too fast. Let me just, I hope the screen sharing is working. Oh, I don't think it is. Oh, no. I don't know. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. The screen wasn't working. Okay. The screen sharing is, sorry about that. Okay, the screen sharing wasn't working. Now it is. I should have checked that before. So now you see the screen sharing. Okay. Very sorry about that. So basically, I created the title page by clicking this front matter section up here, title page. I did the same with the copyright and now the dedication. I mean, you can leave it like this as well. It's up to you. And they say you can't copy and paste in this program, but actually you can. If you just select it and hit Control C, I found a way around that. So I'm going to edit. Okay. This book is dedicated to you, the reader. All right. So there's my dedication. Oh, except it doesn't say dedication. Let's try that. I'm very, oh, yeah. Let me just double check. Yeah, the screen sharing is working fine now. We're good. All right. So, oh, I feel like doing this over, but I'm just going to keep going. Anyway, so I'm going to go here, get rid of this dedication. Although, like I said, you don't have to do this front matter stuff. I do recommend doing the title page and the copyright, but you can just leave it here as is and do it that way too. Dedication. We're going to get rid of that dedication because it's up there. Delete. All right. Table. We're going to get rid of that table of contents for sure because we want to go up here and hit table of contents, and I'll show you why we want to do that. Because it's an auto, everything is automatically done, which is awesome. And okay, introduction. You know what? I'm going to leave that there like that. Okay. And sometimes, let's see how we're doing here. I hope this is making sense. And again, anyway, I'm just going to keep going. So if you want to check the line spacing here, sometimes the line spacing is off. You can highlight it and go over here on the left-hand side to formatting and go down here to spacing. And basically you want to make sure that the whole of your book is spaced like this with the 0, 0, and 1. So that is a big tip that I didn't know for the longest time, and I wasted a lot of time on these formatting things. See here, you want to go through. Oh, and here, let me. Sometimes, yeah. See, it's still a little finicky, but so basically, you want to make sure that everything looks the way it does in your book. You basically want it to look the way you want it to look. Introduction. Okay. So what you can do, if you go, you can highlight that or just put the cursor there. You can go to elements and you hit chapter title. Well, it's already chapter title. So whenever you have a chapter title, it's like if you're in Word and you're using, I forget what it's called, but it's where you call out what each individual part of the document is. Levels or something like that. I don't remember the proper term, but so introduction is chapter. So yeah, this introduction is fine. Now we have the preface. That's fine too. So you want to go by page, making sure that everything is okay. And that's, yep, that's subtitle. That's fine. So I'm not necessarily going to, sometimes you have to see how it had too much space. Sometimes you just have to bring it up. See, it is still a bit frustrating. So, and then do that to make sure it's, but let's just say exactly as you want it. I'm not necessarily going to do this for the whole entire book, but you get what I mean. I think that you just want it to And if you want, um, yeah, so let's just, this is like a hard return. So if you don't care about the hard return, you can just put it back up and same as this. And let's get rid of all the hard returns. Because if you're doing an ebook, it doesn't really matter. I used to think it did. And so I wasted a lot of time in the early days. We're going to pretend that. And okay. So I think, and one thing I really recommend, like they have this back matter portion too. They have books by the author there. Yes, you could do that, but I find it doesn't look very good. And so what I started doing is just having it done this way. It looks a lot better in the actual ebook. And about the author, that's something, I mean, you could leave it like this if you want, or you could go to the back matter here and you can do books, sorry, about the author there. So you would put your name and then this is about me, but of course I wouldn't say that. And then you could actually select your image and have it in the back. So that's kind of nice. That's a nice feature. And then you would create the page. So, but for now, I'm just going to leave that out. That's just something you can do. So just say that you checked everything and obviously it doesn't look perfect, but I'm just giving you some tips on how to, and here, like you would want to make sure I think what happened earlier is I stopped the sharing. Hello, whoever's watching. And if you started watching this later, you can always go back and start from the beginning. But basically, I just wanted to give you a few little tips about formatting on Kindle Create. Because when I first started, like I said, I wasted a lot of time. And yeah, this doesn't look the best, but you just go through your book and make it look as good as you can. Of course, you want it to look as good as you can, right? And so like you want, yeah. So I'm just going through and I'm not going to necessarily do it with the whole thing this time, but okay, let's just say, and you can preview it, by the way. You can preview it too. But let's see, you can preview it and see how preview. So that's what it would look like on an actual Kindle. And we're pretending that it looks great. It actually does look okay in real life because it's already been uploaded and everything. But yeah, the main things I wanted to point out was for formatting, which I didn't know at first. Like to say you want to make sure that all the space is consistent between each of the lines. You just go to spacing down here on the right hand side under formatting, and you just make sure the spacing is the same throughout. It's a little finicky if it's not like that, because but it's fine. And like here I see that doesn't look the same as the other, so I'm going to redo the, let me see, where is it? Subheading. There. So it's just, and over here, actually, I wanted to point out some of the elements. Chapter title, I already talked about. Chapter subtitle. And then, this is something fun you can do too. So this is chapter 1. Go to the first paragraph and hit chapter first paragraph. And it'll do that. So that's kind of nice looking. You don't have to, but it's an option. And there's also block quotes. Let me show you what that looks like. I was really going to upload this book to Amazon. I would obviously make sure it looked perfect. It's obviously not 100% right now, but this is just a tutorial for you. Anyway, so let me go somewhere. Well, let's just say this is a quote here that we want to highlight and make it a block block quote. So you just, and some highlighting is a little finicky, but I've just brought my cursor up there and then dragged it down. Block quote, that's what it will look like. Looks pretty clean, doesn't it? So I don't really want that. So I want to go poem is normal. No, it isn't. Sorry. Ignore that. I just did Control Z to undo it. And there are undo and redo buttons up here at the top too. I think what happened earlier, I was sharing and then I hit the stop sharing by mistake. Oops. Anyway, opening quote. You can also do opening quotes like in your paragraphs if you want. Like, let's go, we want, don't settle when it comes to love. Let's just say that's an opening quote. Comes to love. It's not the opening quote, but we're just pretending, and it would be helpful if I spelled right. Okay, so then we can highlight it or even just put our cursor anywhere in that paragraph and hit opening quote. And it just kind of does that. But whether I don't really want that, so we're just going to undo it and get rid of it. But I just wanted to show you that as an option because I didn't know that at first. And then there's also opening quote credit. So if you know who said the quote, you can put that person's name and then hit. Anyway, I do have one of my books where I've done something like that for every chapter, and that was helpful. But over here in formatting, you have you can, obviously there's left justified, full justified. This is full justified. And there's the indents, which there's none in this book. So you can just play around with all this. And let's just say, for the sake of brevity, that we're done with this. Okay, let's just say this book is good. It isn't actually good enough to upload, but let's just say it is. And so I'm going to go up here to export your project to Kindle, print or EPUB. So I usually just do KPF, export. So you export it and you find somewhere to save it. Let's just stop settling test. I'm just gonna put it actually. Let me just find somewhere to put it. Writing books and stop settling. So I've exported it, and then, okay, you're ready to publish. So it'll even show you where your file is, SS test. And then when you go to Kindle, the Kindle, Amazon KDP, I should say, and you're going to upload your ebook, you choose this file and upload it, which I won't do. This really is more about formatting your ebook. So I hope that is helpful. I feel like it might have gone a little too fast, but hopefully you were able to glean some things that will help you when you go to format your ebook. And it is possible to do your ebook and format it yourself with this program and have it actually look pretty good. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. And by the way, hello, whoever's there. I can't see who it is, but thank you for tuning in. I've just finished. So if you want to rewatch and see what this was all about, you're welcome to do that. And if you have questions, please leave them in the comments and I will get back to you later. And yeah, that's about it. By the way, I chose this book, Stop Settling When It Comes to Love, because, well, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So that book is on Amazon if you're interested. And I want to thank you for watching. And I look forward to reading any comments. And thank you again. And if you have ideas for future lives that you'd like me to do, just let me know in the comments as well. This is Savvy Self-Publishing, otherwise known as Jenny. Hello, I see someone there. I'm signing off for now. But thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye for now. Let's see if I can figure out how to end this. I'm going to sharing my screen in stream. Okay. Thank you all and talk to you again soon.